This "You're Live" logo appearing on screen. Man, oh man, I spent I must have this problem in which I have so much to talk about. Every single time I go live, I cram so much stuff into the title sequence that YouTube cannot handle it. YouTube cannot handle Lee Live at all. They can't handle the show. They can't handle the truth. At least not in the title sequence. So there were a bunch of things I wanted to talk about that I was considering talking about, but we may as well just hold out on that for a little bit. There's no reason to be up in arms about some of these topics because we will get back to it eventually. There's always more stuff to talk about. It's a great day. New Monday, new week ahead, a lot of things to look forward to, and hopefully we all live to see it. But considering some situations that might not happen, but we'll have to see. Sony backs out of PAX East over coronavirus concerns. So yeah, this is kind of a loaded article here. Man, I want to talk about Corona. I want to talk about Sony. Damn. Where should I even start? PlayStation is pulling out of PAX East due to increasing concerns related to the illness colloquially known as the coronavirus. It said on the PlayStation blog today. Sony's booth was slated to feature major upcoming games like The Last of Us Part 2, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Doom Eternal. So 2 games that are going to be complete shit, and 1 game that's also going to be on Nintendo Switch. The show, which has drawn over 70,000 attendees in the past, takes place in Boston, Massachusetts, from February 27th to March 1st. This news comes 2 weeks after a man living in Boston was found to have the illness after returning home from Wuhan, China, the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak. We felt this was the safest option as the situation is changing daily, Sony wrote in the post. We are disappointed to cancel our participation in this event, but the health and safety of our global workforce is our highest concern. Now, there's a lot of speculation, well, a little bit of speculation. I don't know whether or not this is actually true, but my opinion is that it is. They are very, very concerned about Corona. I'm sure it's already deeply affecting their bottom line. Like their manufacturing, China has completely shut down its manufacturing. There's all sorts of problems going around. Things are going to get real in the next couple of weeks. Certain individuals are feeling, and I feel the same way. Just how bad is this gonna get? Really, there's no cure. People aren't aware of how this thing spreads or even what it is. It's very, very scary, very, very terrifying. And Sony is scared too. Sony backed off of a gaming convention. They backed off from the chance to show Nintendo what's for to because of this virus. And I think Sony and a lot of these big companies, a lot of politicians, I think they do understand what's going on, but they're in pre-disaster mode, right? They know stuff is going to happen, but they're too busy focused on saving themselves to really do anything about it. It's so bizarre, the sort of weird decisions that have been made in quarantining this thing. It's just unbelievable, ridiculous. I think the weird shit people have done to get out of China, for example. It's oh, we don't want to be quarantined. Just whatever, man. It's gonna be a complete disaster, really. And I've been wondering for the longest time how this is going to affect PlayStation's bottom line because obviously PlayStations and other video game consoles are manufactured in China, and unlike the Switch, the PS5 has not released yet, so they're gonna have to like manufacture millions of units and like distribute them all over the world. And if this virus gets worse, they're not gonna be able to do that. Like PlayStation might seriously suffer because of this coronavirus. It's just it's an interesting thought, and I've heard people bring it up, and it's just unbelievable. I am very deeply concerned. Oops, let's see here. While we are saddened that Sony will no longer have a presence at PAX East 2020, we look forward to welcoming our friends at Sony to future PAX events and are focused on making PAX East 2020 a successful and enjoyable event for all attendees and exhibitors, said Kyle Marsden-Kish, the show's event director. Yep. Let's see. Yep. Kotaku has contacted Sony for more information. Let's see. I remain utterly unconcerned that Corona is going on, and the what? What the fuck? So we already know that the media is lying about like the official numbers, and it's really bizarre seeing comment sections come out and like damage control it too. Like, does China have that much control over like numbers? It's just really strange. I don't understand why governments are going along with this shit. Like the only country I know of that has completely like stopped all Chinese goods and people coming in is like North Korea. They don't have a problem with it for some reason, but like everyone else is kind of like dicking around. Like, you know, people are still traveling internationally, or we're still traveling internationally. Really, it's really bizarre seeing this. There's all sorts of weird shit too, like people calling people calling it racist to address that this virus originated in China. That's such a bizarre thing to me. Oh, you can't quarantine these people. They're Chinese. Like, that would be oppressing them, and that would be racist. It's really strange. I'm not a fan. Some degree of hysteria. Yep. There's practically no risk of contracting COVID-19 in Boston. Who uses that name? Like, everybody just calls it the coronavirus. The man was diagnosed 2 weeks ago and has basically been in isolation since. Yeah. Yeah, when was this written? Like, yeah, 5 days ago. Like, I know it's getting worse. Like, I've heard of cases near me. It's just, I guess we could look real quick. Corona. Let's see. Corona. Let's see. Doo-ba-doo. Yeah, people are like stocking up in masks and food and shit like that. Let's see. Coronavirus. Open borders for viruses. French official says there's no need to close the border between France and Italy. Closing down the borders would make no sense, as the circulation of the virus is not just limited to administrative borders. What? Damn. These people are like dead set in not shutting down borders for any reason. Holy shit. Oh, wow. Yep, 50 people reported dead. Yep. Yeah, Italy's gotten infected. Ooh. Prepare for the zombie apocalypse, guys. Wait a minute. What mask should I get? Oh, yeah, I needed to look at this. A half face mask. Avoid going outside. Well, thanks! Okay. Never use, let's see. Stock up on bottled water and food. Yeah. You know, I really should be paying attention to this shit and, like, investing, but I'm just like, I'll just lie over and die. I don't care. Okay, I don't want to live in a post-corona world anyway. Britain will be more open to Okay, the fuck? Okay, weird. Okay, so along the stuff about their hardware pricing difficulties, this feels like an excuse. 100%. I live in the area, and there was almost no fucking concern. What the fuck are people talking about? People I know are talking about Corona. It's not going away. Like, why are these people so delusional? Why is no one like... Well, that's incredibly disappointing. Just bought tickets to PAX. Yeah. It was looking forward to multiple games from Sony. Oh, multiple games from Sony. Yeah, good luck with that. What did they have? Like, nothing? Really? Just, okay. Literally passed up on E3 specifically because Sony wasn't going to be there? Are you serious? Like, holy shit. Like, who goes to these conventions for fucking Sony? Just, how desperate are you? Just, how pathetic are you? Just unbelievable. Play some real video games. Sony's been making a lot of questionable decisions lately, and they're pissing away a lot of the goodwill they've built up. What goodwill? Like, nobody... Okay. I don't take Sony seriously. Let's see. Yeah. The interesting thing about this, let's see. Boston's mayor actually responded to this, and this is actually Boston mayor, Sony... Oh, wait. Hang on. Who was it? Boston mayor formally asked Sony to reconsider... Wait. Pulling out of PAX East... Oh, fuck you! Okay. Right, now, no, you don't need to know my location. Okay. Mayor Walsh formally asked Sony to reconsider pulling out of PAX East Gaming Showcase. The mayor of Boston has formally requested the Sony Corporation to reconsider its decision to pull out... Oh, fuck. Bitch. Mayor Marty Walsh sent a letter to Kenichiro Yoshida, Sony's president and chief executive officer, the enemy of the Nintendo Nation. Friday, after the entertainment giant announced Wednesday that it would be canceling its appearance at PAX East while citing fears about exposure to COVID-19, the novel coronavirus. Why are they always pushing... Everybody just calls it Corona. We felt this was the safest option. In his letter, Walsh said the risk of contracting the coronavirus in Boston and Massachusetts remains extremely low, and the officials have no reason to believe that anyone should cancel the plans to visit the city. Yeah, so this... It actually says a lot, and it actually we really need to talk about this, actually, because this is, like, I think, the root cause of the reason that everyone is refusing to talk about this. The media, politicians, the government, the military, like, everyone except, like, concerned citizens, it feels like. It's about the money. Like, they don't want people to stop going to cities. They don't want them to stop buying shit. They don't want them to stop going out or, like, taking initiative or doing something about it or demanding someone do about it. They just want to make more money. So, that's 70,000 people going to Boston. Like, Boston's not a small city, but, like, 70,000 people there, for an event. They're going to spend money. They're going to, like, stay at hotels. Like, it's important for cities like that to generate some kind of a tourism industry, and events like that are a big deal, which is why, like, there's no reason to stay away from Boston. You have to come. Don't cancel your plans. Come to PAX East. And Sony pulling out of Boston in this manner makes it look really bad and really dangerous, and this is going to hurt the city's bottom line. And it's really disappointing that, like, they're more concerned about money than people's health. The mayor also said that fears about the coronavirus are fueled by confusion and lack of information, which has led to the growth of anti-Chinese and anti-Asian sentiment in Boston and around the country. If Boston is so secure, then why are people panicking? Maybe because they know that someone has contracted the virus. Like, this isn't completely... These fears reinforce harmful stereotypes that generations of Asians... Why are they so concerned about racism? Like, this is not a racist issue. Like, opportunities and connections. Yeah, I would sure like to connect with someone to give me a virus. Just like, I have not seen an Asian woman in quite some time since this whole thing went down. I just realized, holy shit, it's been a while. Man, this feels like this thing has already been going on for like what? A couple of months, like a month. Like it's not going away. Like why are these people damage controlling? As a large international company, you have an opportunity to set a good example. As a leader in technology, you can show that you are motivated by facts, not fear. As a leader in gaming and culture, a leader in gaming. Really? Seriously? PlayStation hasn't done shit for gaming. They haven't done shit. Last month, state and city health officials confirmed that a UMass Boston student tested positive for COVID-19. Oh, I'm sure that student didn't come back and like hang out with friends and do stuff. And the man, who was in his 20s, returned from Wuhan. The Chinese, he's recovering at home where he's been kept in isolation. Yeah. Recovering, sure. Recovering.
PAX East
Let's see. Well, we said that Sony will no longer. We look forward to welcoming our friends at Sony to future PAX events. And our focus on.
Gamers here.
All the people here. You got a bunch of.
Damn. All right. That's just ridiculous. Holy crap. So yeah, Corona is fucking up Sony. It's probably gonna fuck up Nintendo too, of course. But oh man, it's gonna fuck up everyone. Like any company that was naive enough to support the Chinese manufacturing industry. I don't know, man. It's gonna really cut into their profits. I don't think it's gonna bankrupt anyone, at least. But yeah, it's gonna really hurt their profits. And I hope companies reconsider and pull out of China and start giving jobs to other countries. There's no reason for everything to be made in China. Like, fuck China. Okay. Talk about Nintendo pulling out E3. Oh, yes, I have. I've talked about that numerous times. Yeah. Sony was damage controlled. Nintendo was shit on. It's the same thing as this. Like, oh, come back, Sony! Please come back, Sony Senpai! Come back to our gaming event. You are a leader in the industry. Like, it's complete crap. Like, coronavirus excuse being used for everything. Dreams. Dreams. Oh boy. Dreams. Dreams. Holy shit, Dreams. I'm just... Damn, look at how unpopular this is. Like, 88,000, 26,000. Scenes were created in Dreams. Yeah, a lot of it... I mean, gamers are making some amazing things in Dreams. Yeah, sure, gamers. Oh, wait. Report, spam or misleading. Yeah, sure. Because it's not gamers. It's the freaking... the media marketing team. Like, Dreams, it's incredible. Like, this game is incredibly not very popular. Like, essentially, it's Little Big Planet all over again. It's like, it's being hyped up as this level editing thing where you can do anything you want, and Sony fanboys are excited that you can technically recreate Nintendo games in Dreams and then pretend to play them. Like, not even, like, good clones of them. Just lazy rehashes. Like, the sheer amount of Sonic content on there is ridiculous, I hear. Dreams is... The
idea could be anything. It could be...
This is the plan. Let's steal the moon.
Hey guys, here I am with the Dreams game. It pretty much has every game in one, so you pretty much don't have to buy any video games anymore.
You can get lost for hours exploring, journeying through the imagination.
So yeah, it's just a basic level editing tool that sucks, that no one's making good games for, and this motherfucker, Video Game Donkey, is shilling it. Shilling it a lot, actually. Video Game Donkey...
with Legend of Zelda?
I don't know, man. Let's see. Yeah, Mom hid my game. Taken 7. Why is he just talking about this stuff now? Shilling this game. I guarantee you Sony paid for this. I guarantee it. Like, Sony's been shilling a lot of money lately on promoting their flops and paying off YouTubers, I think, because there are too many examples of people like hyping up dreams, right? Saying it's some amazing thing and then just stop talking about it. It's not organic at all. It's completely fake. You know what I mean? It's a lot like the No Man's Sky thing, where like a lot of people on message boards have sort of deluded themselves into thinking that have sort of created this mindset like, ooh, the updates have made it better when they haven't. I'm really curious as to what as to how bad No Man's Sky actually is. And I think one of my big plans for this year, somewhat speaking, one of my big plans for the year is to play No Man's Sky. I am planning on picking up a used copy for Xbox One, streaming it, maybe compiling it into a video talking about, how it's still a bad game, even in 2020. I'm definitely interested in doing that because I find the damage control of No Man's Sky to be one of the most disgraceful things. Let's see, one of the most disgraceful things in gaming media today. Yeah, there's no way. Holy shit. Yeah, so we're in this weird era now where like companies will continue marketing games like, oh wait, what? One Man's Lie. Like, is it even up anymore? One Man's Lie. Let's see. Sean Murray competition. Yeah, so people are just damage controlling these games. Buy now, on sale, PC, Xbox, and PS4. So, what makes PlayStation multiplayer? Okay, yeah, they patched in multiplayer into a cohesive. Oh, the Beyond update. Yeah, the heavily hyped update. That's the thing, though, is that every time the game is getting a new update, they always hype it up. There's always like all this pre-release hype, this really fake-looking hype, no real skepticism at all. And then they come out and say that like, oh, the updates are fixing everything when they really don't. And I would really like to. The reason I want to play it is to expose this because No Man's Sky is a fundamentally broken game. No amount of updates will fix this. It is complete trash from start to finish, and you're going to get bored and stop playing. I don't understand why certain people are so insistent on trying to damage control this game. It's just unbelievable. I am not a fan at all. I'm just, unbelievable. So yes, No Man's Sky is a joke. Let's see. Rant videos, I can do. I really can do them all the time. I think it's just better to stream because, I can mix things in. It seems more natural. It seems more organic, and Anyway, I like streaming, so it's not really a big deal for me. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, Dreams is basically just the PlayStation equivalent of Project Spark, which is already canceled. So I don't think Dreams will last all that long either. Let's see. Yes, I am not very impressed with the PlayStation Nation right now. So yes, gaming journalism is completely corrupt, as we all know. And it's getting very, very interesting how Gamergate is still very, very relevant today with Sophia Norwitz, gaming journalism insider out's clique that does not tolerate right-leaning newcomers. So, essentially, we have here a person who actually came out and addressed the clique in the gaming journalism, the clique responsible for Gamergate, or the clique that Gamergate was dead set against stopping. If you were openly a conservative and tried to apply to any of the mainstream outlets that are on the coast, I don't think you would have a chance of hell at getting in. There's a lot of us that probably think there's a clique. Well, that know there's a clique. The clique is comprised of journalists from well-known gaming journalists and tech websites, among them Kotaku, Polygon, Vice, Ars Technica, Game Daily, GameSpot, Eurogamer, and loads more. So this is all stuff we already knew. Like, we know about the Game Journalist Pro. We know how they, collude behind the scenes and how they push narratives and how they try to spin stories and how they do all this stupid shit. The dominance has directly impacted the integrity of the journalism at the publications run by the clique members. In one example, which was described to me in detail that I have obscured to protect my source, staff members were discussing coverage of a controversial figure who'd been wrongly punished by a gaming organization. Kojima? Who else has been... Okay, several members of the site objected, saying that the figure did not deserve fair coverage because they are not a good person. What? I have to know what the story behind this is, because this could be I don't know, I don't trust the source, man. It could mean anything. My source is particularly outraged over the clique's duplicity when it comes to mental health. On the one hand, mainstream games journalists will talk up its importance in the industry and within games themselves, or even set up mental health initiatives. In the next instance, they will destroy the public lives of potentially vulnerable individuals for the most minor transgressions. Yes, that is a very, very real problem. Zoe Quinn got that guy to kill himself, for example. There are plenty of people who are outspoken against SJWs, who have had lives destroyed by them, and things like that. It's not a new phenomenon. It's something we've been seeing for a very, very long time now. It's interesting to see it. Where was this published? The most notorious recent instance they discussed was the suicide of the developer Alec Holoka, following accusations of sexual abuse by feminist campaigner Zoe Quinn. Yeah, let's see. Where was this published? RT? RT questions. Let's see. Yep, Zoe Quinn's ugly mug on this. Will rebellion rise up? Gamers, rise up! Okay, the existence of a clique probably won't be surprising to those who follow the industry closely. It's not. In 2014, the leaking of an email chain called Game Journalist Pro, wow, this guy knows what he's talking about, alerted the public to it's a woman, isn't it? I think it was a woman. Oh, I'm sorry, woman. Sophia Narwitz. Okay, so, thank you, Sophia. You seem to be completely based. Maybe I should look her up on Twitter. Wait, hang on. Does she have a Twitter account? Sophia Narwitz. Twitter. Journalist RT. Primary writer for No Taxation. Oh, no! Oh, no! No! Not Colin! No! Not Moriarty! Not the... Oh. Okay. Okay. Oof. Okay, not Colin. Okay, so I take back what I said about being based. You are a member of the PlayStation Nation. Well, maybe she's not. So is this Colin's site? I had no idea he was still relevant. Let's see. World News RT International. Is it? I actually have no idea what Colin Moriarty is doing right now. I just know he was talking shit about Bayonetta coming to PS4. Recently, so yeah. Oof. Will a rebellion rise up? Well, okay. So let's put the console war aside for a minute. Carlin is actually surprisingly based when it comes to Gamergate. He has, I think, spoken out against the clique before, so this isn't completely out of left field. Behind the scenes, yep. Plenty of people that aren't me are too scared to stand up to these people. Kotaku, Polygon, Vice, Ars Technica, yeah. So all the literal failing gaming outlets have banded together as some sort of woke coalition to portray themselves as far larger, legitimate voice by silencing all opposition through hate mods. That is absolutely true, yeah. These glorified bloggers flatter themselves something fierce. No coincidence, then, that Zoe Quinn slept with half of them for positive reviews of her horrid game. Called out on her shit. Man, I've heard stories directly from people who have had, like, sexual interactions with Zoe Quinn. And that does not surprise me at all. She is, like, one of those chicks who is, like, extremely sexually aggressive. Like, you could meet her in a park, take her back home with you, and, like, fuck her. Like, she's that sort of person, okay? It'd be harder to find someone she hasn't slept with. I'm beginning to understand how people rose up and hung elites in history. I want to hang these elites. We are living through the culmination of the... What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this shit? Oh, wait. What is this site? Okay, that wasn't acceptable. What is this site? Wait. Okay. Oof. Yeah, I mean, that was a surprisingly based article about a game journalist, so maybe the website is based. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and like do a review of the website. Yeah, that's something I should do. I should do like portfolios of well-known gaming journalists. Who should I do? Like Jim Sterling? Like Jim Sterling is like my polar opposite. He's fat. He's incompetent when it comes to playing games. He's fat. Jim Sterling is like my polar opposite. Oof. All right, so I think that Colin is a huge PlayStation fanboy, dude. There's no denying that. Okay, so gaming journalism insider outs click. Yeah, yep. This NeoGAF thread is interesting. Colin is still a fucking no shit. Wait, sounds like wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was legit the last prominent conservative games journalist. I quit IGN in 2014. If games are political, they are, and covered politically, they should be, then readers deserve more game viewpoints. Wait, how are games political? Like, I am against politicization in entertainment in general. So I guess Colin is kind of a retard, but I'm not even sure I would call him conservative. Oops, I thought he was libertarian actually. I'd like diversity of thoughts and ideas. Why is there even politics in games? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, Shame the Writer is a bit of a cunt. You have to be a Russian bot to even consider that kind of thing. Colin Moriarty talked about it many times. This is not surprising. For people on the inside of that group... Yipsy. Wait a minute. Anyway, this person can just start their own outlet, YouTube blog, and do it for themselves. Like what I'm doing here on Harmon Smith, on the Harmon Smith channel, on the live, covering gaming news every morning at 8:30. Amazing. This implies that people take gaming journalists seriously. They don't. There's the proof. Conspiracy theory nonsense. Wait a minute. Where's Wait a minute. I think Jason Schreier. Oh, conspiracy theory nonsense. Ooh, yeah, Jason Schreier. Yeah, Jason Schreier is definitely in on the click. Of course, Schreier's response actually makes me angry. Is he actually incapable of imagining what it'd be like for a conservative writer to attempt to get a job at one of these sites? I'm sure he wouldn't want to work with any. I suppose in his mind it's only a conspiracy if there's an anti-conservative hiring policy on paper to point to. Otherwise, it's just the way things are. Yep. So Schreier is a hack. He's one of those people responsible for the leaks too. Considering gaming journalists probably have a little bit of a heads up, I would not be surprised if it was those connections that led to the Wonderful 101 Kickstarter being leaked. Not like, oof. Well, leaked like a day early. Colin is still a fucking wait. Yeah, let's see. Jason Schreier has basically confirmed what Sophia Narwitz has reported. He can't name a single right-leaning employee at his organization. He has blocked anyone who has challenged him on this issue. He could have shut this entire debate down in 20 seconds if he was right about this being a conspiracy theory nonsense. Instead, he ran back to the safety of his bubble. Obviously, the guy is too unhinged to deal with the real world. Yep. I agree. Yeah, these guys are getting BTFO. Where is Reset Era and all this? What are they up to? It's 1 month, the Half-Life Alex. Will you be jumping in? No, and I suggest you don't either. Wait for the Nintendo VR system. We haven't gotten a new Metal Slug in 10 years as of today. Oh, that's too bad. I like Metal Slug. Oof. I don't like it a lot, but like, yeah, not getting a new game that long is kind of disappointing. PS Vita is an amazing console. So a lot of fanboys. Ugh. Media create sales. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Okay. The Sonic movie was good. Yeah. I need to still see the Sonic movie, so I'm not really comfortable giving my opinion on it yet. I don't think I will see it, to be honest. I have no real desire to see it. I'm pretty convinced at this point that the people who are hyping up Sonic are people like Chris Chan and a video game lover 58, like complete autistic spurgs who love Sonic, like keep Sonic merchandise in their rooms and will like buy anything with the Sonic name on it. And I think that's the Sonic movie. You know, the success of the Sonic movie summed up. It's just a bunch of 30 to 40-year-old nerds going out and like supporting this brand because it was big when they were growing up. That's it. It's pure nostalgia. I mean, oof. I am not a fan of everything I've been seeing from the Sonic movie. All right, so yeah, I think that's everything. Let's see. Yes, I've been going for 40 minutes. I've covered all the major topics. Maybe half an hour show will be long enough, and then we can go longer if someone wants to come on. Man, I really wanted to stream this weekend, but I just did not have time. It's always the same thing. So yeah, I'm going to go play some games now. I'm going to play some Under Night, probably some Octopath Traveler as well. Really, really hyped for those. Really, really love these games. Samurai Showdown comes out tomorrow. So does Mega Man ZX Collection. Mega Man Z Collection. Zero Collection or whatever it is. It has ZX on it too, is what I'm getting at. Lots of things to look forward to. Until then, I will see you all next time on